this episode of United, we hit the diamond to show you how to hit and field like a pro. You'll see how the friendships you make in college last a lifetime. And we get some tips on community service and how it can help your college application. United starts now.
Hello and welcome back to United. My name is Terry Rooney, the head baseball coach here at UCF. And I'm excited to join you here today as we get a chance and opportunity to talk a little bit more in depth about infield play and the importance of fundamentals in baseball. Regardless of what your age is, from youth all the way up to high school, college, or professional, there's certain fundamentals that every player needs to continue to get better and grow in their game of baseball. Today, with my assistant coaches, Jeff Palumbo and Aaron Smith, we're going to demonstrate the proper techniques of infield play. Your success in the game, regardless of your age, is going to be dictated upon your practice. So you can be at home from an infield standpoint, whether you're at home, whether at school, whether you're playing catch with your dad, your brother, your friend, or your teammate. No matter what, you can always get better. And from an infield standpoint, you don't need much. All you need is a ball, is a tennis ball, is some type of rubber ball. You can throw it up against a wall. You can play catch with your partner. So that's one of the great things about from an infield standpoint is that no matter what, all you need is yourself, a glove, and a ball, and you can always get something accomplished. We look forward to showing you these drills, and I know that Coach Palumbo and Coach Smith are going to demonstrate them to an outstanding degree that's going to give you an opportunity to be successful in the future.
Today we're going to demonstrate a quick drill, our dry ball drills that we do here daily at UCF, put ourselves in a position to continue to build that foundation towards the process of playing infield play. This drill here, we can demonstrate a ball hit in any direction, left, right, certain pace, whatever we need to make sure we're working on the essentials that we need to as a player to continue to develop. This play here, we're going to put ourselves in a position, got the baseball out in front to simulate a routine ground ball to shortstop, routine pace. All I'm going to do is I'm going to get into my situation, my ready position, my good prep steps, put myself in the position to go left, right, forward, or back, whatever this play dictates. And we're going to take the appropriate path, get outside the baseball with our left shoulder, and put ourselves in a position to be down, balanced in a good fielding position to be able to use our hands out in front as that baseball approaches. Good prep steps, get outside the baseball, use our feet to break down, put ourselves in a position to beat the baseball to a spot, work off the left side of our body, field this baseball, and put ourselves in a position to make a nice strong throw towards first base. From a left-handed standpoint, the drill will change just a little bit. Obviously, left-handers will be over at first base. They're going to continue to work off the same shoulder. Now, the only difference is that being at first base, obviously they're going to be a little bit closer than the guys in the middle of the infield to the actual baseball. So depending on third base, first base, the time, the pace of the baseball will dictate how far outside that baseball you can get to create as much momentum towards first base as you possibly can. One drill we're going to show today is our short hop drill that we do on a daily basis with our infielders here at UCF to continue to promote working through the baseball as much as we can towards our target at first base. Okay, it's a simple drill. Works best if you can find two players, get together, work the short hops together. If not, you can certainly use a tennis ball, baseball, off the wall, whatever you want to do at home, okay, to be able to get your work in. First drill, okay, just going to have our hands out, down in a good fielding position. Just going to feed Coach Smith. Nice, easy short hop here. Okay, notice our fingertips are down. Okay, we're going to push through the baseball, push through that short hop, and take that hop away. This way we eliminate any tough hops. Okay, we continue to promote working through the baseball, working towards our target. As you can see, it's important to continue to give good feeds to make sure we're working our hands. Okay, that right there dictates a ball in front of us. We can also open up, okay, to our backhand side. Just going to work our hands, same drill, just a nice easy short hop, simulating our backhand. Okay, notice we're still working through the baseball. Our fingertips are still low to the ground. Okay. Got a little bit of movement in our hips and our feet to make sure, continue to work the direction we want to throw. Also open up to our forehand side. There, forehand side. And give a nice easy feed. Working towards our target still. Always taking our hands towards where we want to throw. Our feet are going to follow our hands. We want to continue to send our hands in the right direction. Now that we've seen the proper approach to the baseball, the proper technique of fielding a baseball, we'll show you, Coach Smith will roll me a few ground balls here just to show you the whole thing in motion. You'll see the rhythm, the approach, the technique with our glove, and see how all of our momentum continues to progress towards where we want to throw the baseball at all times. See, we're outside the baseball. We're going to break down, field off the left side of our body, get our feet going towards our target all at the same time. Good position to field. Use our feet to break down outside the baseball, off the left side of our body, using our feet, stepping inside, looking to throw towards our target. That rhythm, that aggressiveness, and that play, you can continue to do that each and every time. It's going to give you the foundation for being a successful infielder.
Stay right there. Later on in the show, Coach Rooney and his staff will teach you the fundamentals of great batting. And after the break, we'll get an inside glimpse at the bonds student athletes make in college. Welcome back to United. I'm Gina Thomas. Making new friends in college is something that most students look forward to. It's a chance to meet people from all across the country. If you're an NCAA athlete, many of those friends are also your teammates. As these student athletes will tell you, it's one of the best parts of being in a league of your own.
It can be kind of scary when you first come to college and you don't really know anyone, but the benefit of being a part of a team is, you're meeting these people, you're coming in with freshmen and nobody knows anyone, so you guys kind of cling together because you're part of the same team and that you guys are going to be together, so at least you know that you have a circle.
Just the way 15, 14 different girls can come and mix and match and come together is remarkable.
The team comes together for the greater, for the greater good because you guys all have the same common goal, and that's to win, to be the best you can be.
I think in high school it's like, okay, if we win a championship, whatever. But when you're here, it's like, okay, I came here to win a championship, and until we get there, we just have to keep working. So when you get people that are on the same page, all of us are on the same page, it's a different relationship from high school.
When you play a team sport, you are around your teammates 90% of your day. Most of the time you guys have a lot of the same classes, you guys have study hall together, you eat together, you live together, you practice together. So being around people for that amount of time, you build friendships that just go beyond, hey, how are you doing, how's life? You really, get down to the depths of really getting to know your teammates and build lasting friendships that'll last outside of competition and outside of college.
I definitely consider my team a family away from my home. We're a very close-knit team, especially having a softball team. We have to work together, and we're there 24/7 with each other, and so it's really important that they're behind you.
Because you do have a support system. You have people that are going through the same thing you are, so you always have someone that you can go and talk to and confide in when you are going through something. You have people that are there to support you because you guys all have the same goal, so they're there to uplift you and to encourage you and to help you to be the best person that you can be on and off the field.
I have 14 sisters, and if they need anything, I will do anything for them at any given moment.
You build friendships with people that are a part of other teams. You guys see each other, you go support their games, you guys have classes together, you guys have study hall together, you see each other a lot, and so you did get a chance to build friendships with people in other sports as well.
I didn't think everyone was going to be friendly. I thought everybody was going to be here like serious, like, let's work out, let's get buff, and it's really relaxed. It's like, they want to know about how practice was, they want to know about how school going, and these are your friends just powwowing and just talking in the lunchroom, and it's easy to just go up to anybody, a student athlete, and talk to them about anything. They're very nice. I haven't met anybody that was mean yet.
I think knowing other athletes on a personal level, it's really cool because you're in the stands with, other students, and, your friend makes a big play, and one of the things is like, I know that guy, I know him, like I hung out with him, and I guess it pumps us up more, and it makes us happy to see like our friends are doing well on the field.
When I leave college and I separate from my teammates, I still expect us to continue to be close because we usually talk to each other every day on a regular basis anyway, so I hope to continue that type of friendship no matter where our lives take us.
I think me and my teammates are gonna still be really close. We talk about that all the time. That is crazy. Like, oh, when you get married, I'm gonna come to your wedding. I'm gonna embarrass you. And you know, when you have kids, we're gonna name them, and I'm gonna be the auntie. And we do that all the time. So I know that the bond we're forming here, it'll be there when we get out of here.
Coming all the way from California, I met like, people that are now my family and are really close with. So I think that's really awesome.
You just have to put yourself out there, open up, and don't be afraid because there's, you know, people coming into college and they're just as scared as you are too. So just go out there and be yourself and be open to meeting new people.
College athletics is a great way to make lifelong friendships. Another way is getting involved in your community. Coming up next, find out why friends aren't the only thing you can gain from volunteering your time.
Hi, and welcome back into United. Scott Adams here with you as we're being joined now by the Associate Vice President of Undergraduate Admissions at the University of Central Florida. That's Dr. Gordon Chavez. As Dr. Chavez, I know anytime a particular student making that leap to the next level there to further on their education, one of the things that a lot of admissions offices look to see outside of just their body of work in the classroom is what else they've done extracurricularly to maybe enhance their level of, I guess we could say, attraction to that prospective school. What are some of those things that individuals outside of just the classroom can go and do maybe to enhance the way they look in front of the board itself?
Well, it's a good question, Scott. And one of the things that we attempt to do on the college level through the admissions committee is to build a community of students on our campuses. And that means we're looking for students who've played the oboe, been in the marching band, been involved in sports, as you mentioned, but have also done a good job academically in the classroom. And we believe that combination of things helps students with time management. And that is so important when students make the transition from high school to college.
All right, so let's say a student then, Dr. Chavez, going to class all day long as a high school student. After that, you've got football practice, volleyball practice, maybe you're in the band, maybe you've got some other things that you'd like to participate in, maybe it's a job that you've been able to hold over the past several years, or then even giving back to the community in terms of community service work.
It's very important for students to focus on the things they enjoy doing. We would rather see students involved in 1 or 2 or maybe 3 activities in high school as opposed to 12 or 13. Because we believe in 2 or 3 activities, they can get involved, they can really sink their teeth into it, and perhaps rise to positions of leadership within those activities or organizations. If you have 13 or 14 activities on your resume, we really believe it's just an opportunity for you to laundry list. And so we don't think that students gain as much of a valuable experience in that kind of a resume as opposed to the former student with 1 or 2 or 3 activities in high school. So it is very important to focus on those things so that students present a well-rounded picture in the overall admissions process.
Well, one of the big questions for all students when they're applying to different universities, different colleges, is yes, GPA, yes, your standardized test scores, but also some of that community service, which I know is important when you're applying for certain scholarships that are available.
That's right, and especially here in the state of Florida, where the Florida Bright Futures program requires students to be involved in community service. That is a valuable experience and one that we think is important for students, not only for the scholarship requirement, but also as they round out their overall profiles as they present their applications to the admissions committee.
Dr. Chavez, let's take a look back at what you mentioned in terms of getting that balance once you come to that collegiate level, because you're going to find that you've got a lot of free time, which is a lot different than it was in high school when you're jumping from one thing to the next thing to the next thing. So
taking time out to do some of those extracurricular activities, maybe those two specialized things that admission boards look at, ever so important, at least getting you ready to when you do come to the collegiate level.
Yeah, and listen, we look at a number of different students as we build our community of students. And as I said before, we're looking at oboe players, marching band participants. We want lots of different kinds of students so that we can have a vibrant campus environment. That is important to the health and the well-being of the institution, and it's important for students in that living, learning kind of experience. So students really should invest their time not only in the classroom but outside of the classroom and do extracurricular or co-curricular activities, and you know, community service is just one of a number of things that they can get involved in.
So wide-ranging and extremely diverse, one of the many things that are looked at by the admissions board.
That's correct.
Well, Dr. Chavez, we appreciate you stopping by and sharing a little perspective as some of the extracurricular things that students can do.
You're welcome.
We'll have more right here on United in just a second.
Hey, this is LT from 101.1 WJRR. You're listening to the best sounds of area music. UCF Athletics, Access Magazine, and WJRR are proud to support local artists.
Heard for the homeless I see in the street. Torn clothes on the back, no shoes on the feet. Heard for the victim of a senseless crime. I try to hurt the mic every time I rhyme. Heard for the natives who lost their land, their lives, their wild, avaricious white man. Heard for...
Welcome back to United. I'm head baseball coach Terry Rooney, and today we're going to discuss with you hitting and certain hitting drills that it takes to be a successful hitter. With my assistant coaches, Coach Aaron Smith and Coach Jeff Palumbo, we're going to demonstrate to you a host of drills that's going to allow you to be a successful hitter. One of the most important things about hitting is that you can always become better, regardless of the drill, regardless whether you're in the cages, whether you're hitting the field live, is that you can control being a great hitter. Hitting is one of the most important parts of baseball. When a person is a good hitter, you've got a good hitting team, you're never out of a game. It's one of the areas that we continue to focus on every single day. The most important thing about hitting at a young age is to be comfortable. You've got to get a stance with your feet, with your lower half, with your hands, with your entire body that just feels comfortable. Just like any part of baseball, there's certain absolutes that you have to have. Everybody's a little bit different. There's different stances, there's different hand positions, different weight distribution, but the most important thing as you begin and you learn how to hit is that you're comfortable in what you're doing and that your bat is in a certain position. The most important thing to watch today as we continue to demonstrate these drills is to understand that there's a certain path and a certain way to swing a bat. No matter how big you are, no matter how strong you are, you have to make sure that you're making contact with the baseball at a certain area and at a certain position. In order to get there, there's one way of doing it. Everyone might have a different stance, a lot of guys might have a different finish, but as long as everybody's comfortable in the box and you have the proper swing, you're going to be successful. Today you'll see in these drills that we do, no matter what your age is, it's going to put you in a position to be successful.
When we talk about hitting in general, one thing that you always notice in good hitters is a solid work ethic. When we talk about work ethic, one way when you're on your own, by yourself, continue to put in the proper work to be a successful hitter is to make sure that you have a tee. We always talk about the tee being the best friend of a good hitter. Today, Coach Smith is going to demonstrate a couple different types of swings, okay, depending on where the pitch is placed from the pitcher. Okay, today the first one we're going to show and demonstrate is a ball on the outside half of the plate. As you can see, anytime you're doing your tee work, it's essential that you have a home plate. You get a good idea, we want to have the same stance every single time we're taking the swing, so we get a good idea where this baseball is in relation to our stance. Coach Smith's going to be in the proper stance here. He's going to demonstrate. He's got his feet shoulder width apart. He's balanced. He's got a nice loose grip. Okay, you notice Coach Smith is going to be in the same stance in relation to the plate no matter where this tee, where this baseball is located. Especially in young hitters, it's important to promote a swing path that we're looking for. The proper swing path is going to be down on the baseball. Okay, he's going to get into the hitting zone. He's going to flatten out, give us a lot of margin for error. He's going to make contact. He's going to continue nice and flat, get that good extension where that power comes from, and give us some opportunity to drive the baseball in either the right center or the left center gap. You saw throughout that swing, Coach was balanced. Okay, that's a certain key to hitting. It's going to give you an opportunity to be successful every single pitch. Okay? Whenever we're doing our tee drills, it's important that we have a goal in mind. What we're going to do now is demonstrate a ball on the middle part of the plate. Going to move the tee, have a ball in the middle of the plate. I'm going to look, make contact with this baseball a little bit further out in the hitting zone. You can see Coach Smith is going to have the exact same stance, exact same balance throughout the swing. He's going to look to make contact a little bit further out on the plate, get that good extension, and try and hit a line drive right back up the middle of the field. Good stance, good balance, hands back, line drive, perfect swing. Notice, it's a perfect swing, and at the same time, Coach Smith was perfectly balanced. Those two things usually tend to coordinate. Now that we've taken a ball on the outer half of the plate, demonstrated that, a ball in the middle part of the plate, going to take a pitch on the inner part of the plate. Notice Coach Smith's stance is not going to change. He's just going to look to get his hands, continue to stay inside the baseball, take that knob of the bat, put it between his body and the tee, and drive this ball right over the shortstop's head. As you can see, Coach Smith worked very hard on that particular pitch to keep his knob, go ahead, demonstrate, inside between him and the tee, try and get this barrel to the baseball, the proper place, to make sure we make contact and hit a line drive over the top of the shortstop's head. Remember now, it's important no matter where we're looking to hit this baseball and make contact that we have a good idea before we take the swing as to what we're trying to do with the baseball. Always set your goals, always exaggerate, and as you can see, the great part about the tee is it gives you instant results. From there, we take that feedback, repeat it, and try and make the adjustments so that we can take the swings, okay, and they start to translate onto the field. One thing that we talk about all the time with our players here at UCF, whether it's infield defense, it's hitting, outfield play, pitching, catching, whatever it might be, is that whenever we're talking about our drill work that we're doing here off the tee, our infield ground balls, all of those things, we want to make sure that the guys understand, and I think it applies at any level, that whatever you practice, whatever you're doing, when you take it out on the field, you just need to go relax and play with it. You do your prep work here in our cages here at UCF on the infield during our practice drills, and then that way we exaggerate them so that when we get out to the playing surface, the playing field, the actual games, the guys have done it enough times that they understand they can just go relax and play the game.